He's got the, hey, welcome to the channel. Ah. Welcome to Sunday's video, where we have a little chat as usual, and then we go on to the comments. Yeah, you guys showed up big style about a couple of my videos, and I think we'll go through that today. Oh, I just want to say something first before we go on to something. The first bit is that check your subscribe stationness, because if what YouTube tends to do is unsubscribing people to channels like this, these political channels that Justin Trudeau doesn't like to have on the air and would like to hide in a corner somewhere. But many people are getting unsubscribed, and also many people's comments are getting removed. Just normal regular comments are getting removed, and that's censorship, basically. Yeah, censorship. So let's just say that, yeah, many comments are getting censored. It's not me. I don't delete comment. I only delete idiots, total utter idiots, spam bots and stuff like that. I don't delete comments, even if they're negative or positive. You all know that anyway. So let's move on. Politicians are one of the highest paid people in Canada by what they do, compared to how much work they put in, which they do work long hours. I'll give them that, but they do have long breaks between sessions and going into Parliament. But while they're on that session, they'll probably go off and do parliamentary things in their own ridings. Now, they are the highest paid. I think Justin Trudeau is on almost $250,000 like a year, and Freeland can't be far behind them. So you wouldn't expect Freeland to say this, would you?
Oh, I spend very little time feeling sorry for myself. I am Canada's Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister. I grew up on a farm. I know that there are millions and millions and millions of Canadians who work much harder than any of the dignitaries standing behind this podium, and who do it for less money and less acclaim. Those are the Canadians I think about every single day, and I'm really just focused on serving those Canadians to the best of my ability.
Yeah, she doesn't work half as hard as anyone earning just a fraction of what she gets. That's something that she's admitted now in public, that she doesn't work as hard as Canadians to get that big paycheck. So why do we keep giving them a pay rise every year? Why do they keep saying, well, we need a pay rise, we need a pay rise? And every April the 1st, they keep getting a pay rise. They're not even working, and admittedly not working as hard as regular Canadians. Ah! And you probably already realise that by now, Chrystia Freeland, the threat of her job is really, really, really close to the edge. And what the rumours are going round at is that Mark Carney may take over her job. However, Mark Carney does need to find a riding to get voted into before he can take a parliamentary seat and then take over the job as the financial minister. But yeah, she was asked about that too.
With Global News, the Prime Minister says he's been trying to recruit for years Mark Carney to run for the Liberals. Have you also spoken with Mr. Carney to encourage him to run for the party, and why or why not?
I actually have known Mark for a very long time. Both of us are from Northern Alberta.
That's not the point that I'm trying to put over here, actually. No, she does really know Mark Carney really very well. That's great. Awesome. Yeah. This is the point I wanted to put over.
You have to say no a lot of the time, too. That's how we keep our AAA credit rating. And hang on, let me just finish my answer. And so in order to do my job effectively, in order to serve the amazing people who are here today and the people across the country, I do have to feel that I have that confidence. And so what I will say to everyone here, speaking for myself, is I do have the confidence that I need to do my job effectively.
Next question. I would love it if Freeland went to one of the food banks and talked to one of the 25% of Canadians who are having to visit the food banks to survive in Canada in 2024 under a Liberal government, and asked them, what do you think of our AAA rating? Do you think suffering and going to the food bank is worth keeping the AAA credit rating for? Yeah, I wonder what sort of answers she would get there. And as for her keeping a job or Mark Carney taking over, Who the fuck cares? They're going to be fired soon, 2025. They're going to be out the door. They ain't going to have a job. She ain't going to be there. There ain't none of them going to be left there doing this job, absolutely screwing up Canada. Anyway, let's listen to your comments and not these overpaid, underworked, complete buffoons that we call the Liberal government. So let's get on with the comments. And yeah, I was raked over the coals last week. Yeah, you guys showed up big style about a couple of my videos, and I think we'll go through that today. I'm sort of happy that, you know, you do care about the channel and you care about us telling the truth. So yeah, that's good. I think. Yeah, empty concert hall. No one likes Justin Trudeau, and he knows it. Yeah, that stirred up a few comments. Ocean said,
I like him, and he's done a ton for veterans like myself. Sometimes, as citizens, we think that being a Prime Minister is easy, but it's a very complex job. He deserves the respect that being in that position brings. Citizens of nations need to become more respectful, like we used to be. Anybody can be a smart-ass, but few can be a leader of a country.
Look, here's my reply, right?
Respect should be earned, not just because of being placed into a high position due to family attachment and name. He is ruining what Canada is and stands for and destroying the Canada I wanted to move to. I have zero respect for him or his minions.
I have zero respect for Justin Trudeau because he doesn't give me anything to respect him for. He's running the country into the ground, and that deserves zero respect. Dizambala said,
Ever think of security reasons why there was no one in the audience, or possibly a schedule factor? The right-wing nuts are trying to roll BS again. Mindless.
See, I do show some of the bad comments. They're not bad comments, they're just people's point of view. Yeah, there is a reason why there's no one in the audience. That's because every time you see videos of Pierre Poilievre out in crowds and talking to people, people usually are very respondent to him and like him. Whenever you see Justin Trudeau out, even having a meal or going for a glass of water, people boo him consistently each time. So yeah, that's probably why the audience was empty, and he went rather than go at a half time when people could go, oh great, it's Trudeau, he's done a great job for Canadians. Because that ain't going to happen, is it, in a full audience? He's just going to get booed and heckled. So there's no way is he going near an auditorium as big as that, full of people who hate Trudeau. And Blues Brothers said,
I like him.
I don't know why. What's with these people?
You people.
They must be, there's thousands of government workers. It must be part of that sector that want to speak that way, because they're the guys gaining pretty well from the Liberal government. Jim said,
I'm not a Trudeau supporter. Really, it looks like Trudeau was there during a rehearsal. Both sides need to start being more honest. Otherwise, when you're proven to be lying about something, people wonder why you have to lie to attack someone.
I'm not lying. It was empty. The auditorium was empty, and he did wave. He could have been waving. Someone said he could have been waving at a director or something. It could have been. But the way he did the wave, it's like all the other waves that he does. It's as if he's waving to the millions of people watching who think he's popular. He's got the, hey, welcome to the channel, wave, isn't he? And it's like, yeah, it's that sort of wave that is annoying a lot of people. Mike says,
There's also a video from a few days ago of him waving to no one at an airport. This is his thing. It's all theatre.
Yeah, drama teacher, theatre. Yeah, I got to agree with that. Drew said,
To Mike, when has Trudeau ever been honest? He can't even answer a simple question, yes or no.
That's probably about that's exactly how he is. Singh is, Freeland is, who's the other one? Holland. They're all like that. It's all like that. It's all like that in this government. Jim said,
Yes, I agree. Believe me, I'm not a Trudeau supporter in any way. shape or form, but I do know every time someone attacks Trudeau and it looks more like you are picking on him, it empowers the lefties. He has even said himself that bad publicity is even good for him. I would prefer to stick to facts about his corruption and not care about his virtual signalling acts, which only puts him out there.
More. That's a good point. I'll give you that, Jim. That's a good point. Zach said,
How is he attacking Trudeau? He's saying nobody wants to see him. Why would you strut out to an empty stadium as the PM of Canada? He could have been the halftime show. We all know he would have loved that. Nobody wants to see him. His point stands. He is nothing but a photo op princess.
yeah, that's the whole point of the video, is the fact that he went to see these people who were probably rehearsing, but he chooses his time to go when nobody's there in the audience, because we know what will happen. He can't go anywhere without people booing him. He just cannot go anywhere without people booing him. But it's surprising that he can't go anywhere in public without people booing him, but we get all these people online supporting him, but you never see people in real life supporting him. It's just online. And they have admitted that they've paid people to promote and to push the liberal narrative, but you don't see them in real life, do you? Zach said,
Like the recent time he went to Washington and addressed NATO to an empty room, or when he boarded a plane and waved to the cameraman like he was someone from the Beatles.
Like the Queen, or the King now. Thank you, minions. Pembar said,
After all is said and done, he is a drama teacher.
Thank you, Pembar. And let's move on to Vote Bribe Day. Some Canadians want carbon tax and some don't. I'm surprised some do, but some don't. The Slick Shady Dave K said,
The stupidity of some Canadians makes me wonder if we have anything left worth fighting for.
Well, we do, Dave. It's like we need to educate these people. And again, it's people online. You talk to anybody in the street, and if they will not admit to liking Trudeau, they will not do it. They will not say to your face, yes, Trudeau's doing an awesome job. Yeah, he won't do it. But these people who they pick to interview on these channels, the CPAC, and I don't know, it's always the middle of the afternoon, isn't it? Why? They're not at work. They're not working. These people are walking around like, oh, maybe they're professional interviewers, but it's always the middle of the afternoon, and these people are not at work. Yeah, that's odd. Schwag said,
For the poor sheep with no clue, wake up. CO2 makes up to 0.09% of our atmosphere. We actually need it. This is wealth distribution tax. My heating bill is mostly carbon tax, and I'm charged tax on the carbon tax too.
Yeah, well, they put it down as a whatever tax. Well, they don't put tax, they put a charge. It's a carbon charge. And then it goes down to the bottom, and then it goes, now we'll tax you on the carbon charge, which is a tax. Sylvie said,
The government want people to go along with their agenda and consistently fail to provide the data necessary for Canadians to actually believe what they're selling. It's tiresome.
It is tiresome. It's annoying. Karagoulet. Karagoulet.
Who in their right mind wants to pay the carbon tax?
Some of them people on that video do, and they're not in their right mind, and they are probably paid actors. Anyway, see you tomorrow, guys.